Hey all and welcome back for another round of HellfireComms Patreon TV Comms. Today we're not only taking on a new patron, we're also taking on a new series. This is Kamen Rider W, also known as Volk.
Double! Oh, I'm so excited for this.
See, Gokaigo is my thing, Kamen Rider is his thing, so yes, thank you very much, A Frozen Traveller, for commissioning the first 2 episodes of Kamen Rider W. I apparently was supposed to do it this way, like it's a 2-parter, like everything is a 2-parter. I don't know how it works. I don't watch Kamen Rider, unless you count the adaptation of Black RX, which was Masked Rider, but yeah, maybe we'll save talk about that for the HellfireComms Super Sentai Henshin Power Hour in January or February. So, yeah, Volk, if you're ready, I'm ready to get on and sink my teeth into episode 1, mate.
Alright, but there's a couple of things we should probably do first of all, and the first one would be to explain the plot just before we get into the meat of it.
Okay.
So, the whole thing takes place in the ecologically minded city of Futo, where nearly everything is powered by windmills, and the people live in harmony.
Oh.
However, the Sonozaki family sell mysterious devices resembling USB flash drives called Gaia memories to criminals and other interested parties who use them to become monsters known as Dophants or Dopants. I'm not quite sure how it's pronounced, but I always call it Dophants just because it seems a bit easier to do like the whole H thing in there. It rolls off the tongue a bit better than Dopants, let's just say that. So they're committing crimes with the police force powerless to stop them. To make matters worse, the Gaia memories carry dangerous toxin which cause their users to go insane, to the point where they could die from the life-threatening devices.
Alright, let's leave it there. No, let's leave it there. Otherwise
there is one other thing I need to do, and that is to get into character.
Oh, God's sake. Oh,
alright, now I'm ready.
Okay, I love you. Right, we're going to carry you down to episode 1, guys. This is how we do things. If you need syncing instructions, because obviously we can't provide you with the copyright material, check the video description for, you know, hints and deets and whatnot. And when we're done with episode 1, we'll tell you to close the video and load up episode 2 while we discuss the first one, and then we'll take you down into that. Here we go, episode 1 of a brand new HellfireComms Patreon TV Com series, Kamen Rider W, in 3, 2, 1. Nice.
I love those still shots. They capture the sheer majesty of the Kamen Rider franchise.
Now, I do know a little bit about Double and like how he fights and whatnot, thanks to the PS4 fighting game Climax Fighters, or whatever it was called. That was also a Patreon-like thing. It was a quick look, actually, and then we played a little bit more of it on the 24-hour live stream. But yeah, I'm very much out of my depth here, so it's going to be a Volk-centric affair.
No, that's fair enough, although be sure to provide your reactions too, if you can. And we start immediately with a death, which is not something we get to see very often. No, must look fancy!
Michael Jackson, no, not again! Now you are the smooth criminal.
And now I die with no regrets.
Oh, I love the overacting, it's so great.
That is something Kamen Rider, and I think Sentai in general, likes to do. They love to ham things up a bit.
CGI is already on point. It's like I'm watching fucking Advent Children.
So here's your first taste of what the Gaia memories look like. You want to do some drugs?
Oh yeah, I want to be a Power Ranger. Brother, we've talked about this.
It's like, oh yeah, we're doing this.
Kinda scared. Where is this gonna go? I yell at you!
Yeah, they don't even give you a taste of what the transformation sequence actually looks like, or the sound effects or anything. They just show you the rider itself.
Oh, this is so cool.
Oh, if you think that's cool, just wait for the opening.
I didn't actually expect it to start off on such, like, an action-packed note, but I guess if it is all about, like, big crimes and mafia and whatnot, it's best to do it this way. It helps set the tone. I think I always equated Kamen Rider with, like, Guyver, another transformation suit sort of series, so, ooh, smooth as fuck.
Oh yeah, that's the good shit.
Lots of fedoras, lots of windmills. This is how we do it in the city.
Yeah, the main character has a certain flair for the retro style, right down to trying to use typewriters to put himself as the hard-boiled detective, when really he's more of a half-boiled detective.
Alright, all jokes provided by the Kamen Rider wiki here, thank you very much. Kamen Rider Double is played by Philip and Shotaro Hidari. Double has a bit of an interesting gimmick for a Kamen Rider. Shall we talk about it now, or shall we wait for the big reveal?
We'll wait for the big reveal on that one, I think. For now, we should probably focus on the characters themselves more than anything.
Okay.
And also this absolutely stonking opening by Aya Kamiki in collaboration with Takuya. It is the sole opening in the series, and apparently it also plays as the ending theme from episodes 28 to 49. Now, I knew that it became the ending at some point as well, I just didn't know exactly when it was until I did my research here, just to recap myself. It has been a while since I have watched this, after all.
No worries, mate. Well, I already love the Kamen Rider Double suit design, and I'm kind of sad I never actually watched the show until now. Maybe this is my Kamen Rider awakening.
I feel like Kamen Rider Double is one of those shows that is just really, really easy to get into, and is one of those Kamen Rider shows I actually highly recommend as a starting point, because it doesn't overwhelm you with a sheer barrage of different forms and powers and all that sort of thing. It keeps it relatively middling, it doesn't overwhelm you, but it gives you enough to be kind of excited.
Yeah.
And obviously the music's great, the characters are great, the actual setting's good. And the whole story and the premise as well fits very, very nicely. It's all very easy to follow.
Alright, we're gonna meet the Phantom Thieves here. There he is.
Yeah, this is the prototype of Persona 5.
I was actually talking about fucking the Sega Rhythm Action game.
Oh yeah, that too. Rhythm Thieves and all that. So yeah, I read. What of it?
Bitch, you literate? Sure am. There's a certain appeal to, like, these... Fuck's sake. Yeah, there's a certain appeal to these, like, really swanky protagonists who are only swanky in their own kind of bubble, you know?
Exactly. Well, until they are presented with an eviction notice.
I thought landlords were supposed to be, like, grody and whatnot. You're adorable.
No. She's a little bit different, and that should hopefully get explained later on if I remember.
I love this guy.
Shotaro is just amazing. He's definitely one of my favorite protagonists in the Kamen Rider series, and is also one of the first cosplays I ever did.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, so here we go. It's just been revealed now that this is the boss's daughter, you know, the guy that got gunned down within the first couple of minutes of the show. This is Akiko Narumi, and she is, in fact, the female lead of this series.
Cool. Does she become a Kamen Rider?
No, female Kamen Riders weren't really a thing until, I want to say, Kiva, but I might be wrong. I'm not as familiar with Kamen Riders sort of like before Kiva, but forward past that, I'm much more familiar. But Kiva had what I would say is the first female Kamen Rider that I know of, but then became more commonplace as things went on. There was one in Forze, and there was a couple in X-Aid as well.
Okay. What was the very first Kamen Rider series you actually watched, mate?
The first one I was exposed to was Kiva, and that was only because there were a few friends of mine in Skype that were playing some of the tunes and OPs and what have you from Kamen Rider Kiva. This is the first I've heard of anything Kamen Rider related, and I was just, this seems very cool, the music kicks ass, what's this all about? It's like, hey, it's Kamen Rider, it's like Sentai, but we think it's better. It's just like, okay. So I checked out a bit of Kiva, and the show that was running at the time was actually Double. Double was just in the process of wrapping up, and O's was just about to start. And since that was a full series, that was pretty much out there in the open, I made Double my first full Kamen Rider series. And I kind of kept up with the series since. I watched O's, I watched Forze, had a bit of a dip around the time Wizard came around, but then came back into it around the time that Gaim and Drive came along.
Get out of here. Go on, shoot.
It's like, the sole purpose of my existence is to slap you with this slipper.
Ah, sole purpose. Nice. I like it. I'm judging you right now, in fact.
Yeah, if you think it's so great, Mr. Detective.
I already feel a little bit of a difference between Super Sentai and Kamen Rider. This feels like it takes itself a little bit more seriously.
A little bit, but never too much. There's always that underlying comedy and just silliness that comes along with the package deal of it, being somewhat inspired by Sentai and what have you. But I think one of the main differences between Kamen Rider and Sentai in particular is that I think there's a lot more room for character development since it's a lot more focused usually. You only have like the one or two main riders or main characters to sort of keep track of, and then they slowly introduce more as time goes on, sometimes introducing secondary rider, tetri riders, and in some cases even a fourth rider, which in my experience only really happened with Build, which was a very recent show that just wrapped up recently.
Looks like some shit's gone down.
Yeah, Windscale is also the name of the clothing brand that Shotaro tends to wear. I believe it's an actual thing in Japan. I'm not sure for how long it ran for, but I mean, the style was very, very popular, so they just thought, hey, why not just sell the clothing? It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
All this overacting? Really? It's not even an action scene. Get out of here. I was actually just looking something up. Speaking of action, do you know who played the very first Kamen Rider?
I don't, actually. That's one piece of knowledge that I have not been bestowed with.
His name was Hiroshi Fujioka, and he was also known as Segata Sanshiro.
Oh my god, that is amazing.
Yep, mm-hmm.
No wonder the Segata Sanshiro commercials were just so awesome and over the top. So for the first episode in particular, there tends to be a lot of explaining, you know, a bit of world building.
Yeah.
To sort of set the scene, where they are, what Shotaro does, and also slowly introduces some of the key characters that you'll spot throughout the series.
So good job, she can't really make heads or tail of what's going on in the photos, otherwise this would be a bit traumatic. So what happened to his brother exactly?
Oh, he's still around. You'll see him soon. Where's that slipper?
There we go. Kapow! Imagine if she accidentally killed the rider in the first episode.
It's like, well, I guess I'm gonna have to take over now.
What kind of phone is that?
Well, this was in, I want to say 2007 or so? Possibly a little bit sooner than that. I think I found it.
Oh jeez. Yeah, you might want to get back.
So this is your first tape of the Dolphant, and this one is Magma. Obviously, he has power over Magma, as is depicted by his name, obviously.
Yes.
And all the Dolphants seem to represent a different type of power. So there's one that you'll see in episode 2, which I won't spoil because it's kind of amusing. But then you've got, like, Dolphants that come later on, like Money and Virus and other such, I guess, antagonistic powers, I would want to say.
Yeah, I only really know about, like, the meme stuff, like Joker, Cyclone, stuff like that.
Well, I can explain a little bit about the Gaia memories if you would like.
Sure, man.
Especially the ones that the Dolphants have. So, transformation into a Dolphant occurs when a Gaia memory is first inserted into a device called the Living Connector Setting Operation Gun, which is essentially a tattoo gun which creates a USB port tattoo on your arm. And then the Gaia memory is pressed against it, and then you transform into the Dolphant.
Neat.
And then, apparently it is possible to do so without the use of a tattoo, but it causes such great physical pain that people have been known to die.
I wonder if this guy's a villain.
I'm pretty sure he is, yes.
Evil Elton John loves his line of work.
He's got like the perfect Saturday morning cartoon villain look down, right to the cat.
What was it I was saying? That like Kamen Rider took itself more seriously than Sentai?
Yes, but obviously that's not quite true.
Oh, it was her. Fine, I'll evict you myself. And or your bloody hat, fucking edgelord. Secret door?
They're building a spaceship!
I'll fly away from eviction, you can't stop me.
You're trying to evict me from the skies, wench!
So they have their own, like, command base and whatnot, I guess.
Yeah, this is their HQ, and this is where Philip hangs out, who is the other half of Kamen Rider Double.
Okay.
He is incredibly intelligent, and usually serves as the mind of Kamen Rider Double, whereas Shotaro serves as the body. So they kind of take the best parts of each other.
Yeah.
And what if I am?
Busy writing equations over here, do you mind? You're supposed to be evicted right now. What is evicted? I only know science.
Also, it's worth noting that Philip's dress style is very much different to Shotaro's.
Yeah, he looks like V from Devil May Cry 5.
A little bit, yeah. Obviously not quite as edgy, but a damn sight smarter. Did someone say food?
You're not supposed to be in here, this is boys only.
This is our clubhouse, no girls allowed.
It's not Kamen Rider Triple, that wouldn't make any sense. Oh, he's taunting him.
It's just like, is he serious?
Oh god, completely derailed the investigation.
Philip is essentially a walking Wikipedia. It's partly due to that book as well. It's blank as far as we can see, but Philip uses it to tap into the knowledge of the world.
Ah, interesting.
So yeah, a dopant Gaia memory is very much different to the Gaia memories that you may have saw at the very, very start. For this one, it looks more monstrous and unnatural with all the rib cage and random bits of cartilage and what have you. Purely for aesthetic look, but doesn't look any nicer. It's like something you'd find in Doom.
I got you. So there's good Gaia members and there's bad Gaia members.
Well, it's more that the Gaia memories start off that way, and the ones that they use are actually purified versions, which are actually weaker. But allows everyday regular people to use them without, you know, the whole going insane and the great physical pain side of things.
Yeah, that is a nice non-side effect, I suppose. I know everything about street food now. Holy shit.
Well, if we're getting evicted out of here, let's start a food cart.
What's going on? Huh?
He's essentially tapping into the Matrix, except for guns. Any second now. It's an entire library.
What the fuck, Japan? Alright, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix is around here somewhere.
Behold, the world's largest backlog.
God, don't distract him or anything, or he'll, like, be stuck in that library forever.
Yeah, it's like, maybe it's one of those places where if you spend too long in there, you get trapped forever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Animorphs clause. You can't stay in an animal form for more than 2 hours.
Oh, poor Tobias. He's still a falcon. That's an upside down W. This has got to mean something.
That's an M.
I know, Vol, for fuck's sake. We got it.
We've cracked it. Now we kick some ass.
Hell yeah, that's what the wind scale thing was about.
Going back to the scene of the crime. A criminal's greatest weakness, they just can't resist. It's really just an excuse for being lazy. It's just like, I don't really fancy going out in the house, but whatever. I've done my part to help you, but whilst you're out there, could you grab some munchies?
I like how even the bike is two-toned as well. That's kind of cool.
Yep. It's a very cool looking bike just in general as well, but not very conspicuous, let's just say that.
Speaking of conspicuous. Sorry, I was just fantasizing about burning things in magma. Uh-oh.
There you go, your first taste of a Dofant transformation.
Oh, no. It's Florida all over again.
JoJo's just thinking, damn it, I was thinking of buying that.
Pretty cool monster design.
Yeah, they have some really cool designs in general, although I'm not sure how you'll feel about the second one that comes up.
Ooh, well, I'm bracing myself for it.
Hat set on fire, gives no shits at all. So yeah, that was the belt I was actually wearing before the commentary actually started, and the one I'm still wearing now, in fact.
Oh, wow. Volk doesn't do things by halves.
And now you get to see the significance of their half and half henshin.
Oh, yes!
Hell yeah.
Whee!
See, he's even got to flick him around stylishly. It's great.
Oh, that's great. It's a really good suit, I love it.
And this is where you get the theme of the Windy City. There's windmills everywhere. Catchphrase time coming up as well.
That's kind of awkward that the body stays there, but the mind's gone.
Hell yeah. And then I'm gonna beat your ass.
Oh, I want to see a rider kick before this episode's over.
Oh, I think you'll get exactly what you want.
Nice.
So the idea is that Philip, he transfers his mind essentially into the double transformation, and as such, his mind's no longer in his body, so he pretty much faints wherever he ends up going.
Okay. I bet some episodes use that to the enemy's advantage.
Not so much. Somehow Philip usually ends up okay.
Huh. Okay, sure. Ooh, already? Nice.
And now we get Luna, which gives him the power of stretchy limbs.
Nice.
There is a little bit more to it than that. He gets the ability to bend bullets, and also, in general, he can cast illusions as well.
I like how it's just the side with the guy in memory of Luna. That's interesting.
Yeah, anytime they can switch Gaia memories on the fly, so that will change the half that they end up swapping between.
Oh, that's cool. Nice framing.
Here we go. Finishing move time coming up.
Oh, yes! In case it wasn't obvious, the guy who does the Gaia memory voices also does the Wisp announcements in the Japanese version of Sonic Colors. Oh, that's cool!
It's a double rider kick. The two halves separate and just kick them individually.
Oh.
And of course your typical explosion, but the guy inside is perfectly fine. The Gaia memory, however, is not.
We wanted to destroy the Gaia memory, not the guy, so it's all good. That was just a stark like tiger effect. Ah, it really hurts!
He's biting my gonads!
Not the gonads, oh no. Double has failed. You're never gonna believe this.
We're phoning in support. If I were you, I'd get out the way. No, my snacks!
What the... What the hell is this?
Well, I guess we're trapped here now. It's the Kamen Rider ATV, bitch!
Oh shit. Everything was CGI.
Obviously, the CGI has come a very, very long way since then. It's a little bit obvious in here, but they eventually get it down pat. Oh no, we can't have the preview, even though I almost know exactly what's going to happen.
Well, I'd be surprised if you didn't, mate. This is your series, after all. Okay, what did I think of episode 1 of Kamen Rider Double? It was cool. I like the two brothers. I like the kind of obnoxious landlord. That's cool. The evil guy, memory guy, is a bit on the goofy side, the Elton John one, but the magma guy was pretty fun.
Oh yes, you'll see a lot more characters as they go on. Each Dofan has sort of like their own individual user, obviously has some kind of connection to what the Gaia memory represent in terms of its power.
Alright, each episode actually have two tiles, obviously playing on the double theme. Episode 1 was the W Search / Two Detectives in One, and this is the W Search / Those Who Make the City Grieve. So if I'm ready and you're ready, shall we become double and get on with episode 2?
Yes, I think that would be most agreeable. Let's do it.
Let's do this shit in 3, 2, 1. Hellfire! Maximum Drive!
Nicely done.
Oh, this is nice.
Allow me to give you a little bit of trivia about the Kamen Rider series in general.
Okay.
So, Kamen Rider Double is part of something called the Heisei period, or Heisei. I'm a little fuzzy on the actual pronunciation, but it's a series of Kamen Rider shows that take place after the creator's death, who is also called Shotaro Ishinomori. And as you might imagine, Shotaro is named partly after the original creator of the Kamen Rider series.
Woof. We're a little bit of woof here, Bob, but it's fine. I'm just rolling with it.
A close call. But now we gotta chase after a T-Rex or something.
Oh no, not my ride, not my girl, not my landlord.
I don't even have insurance on that thing!
Okay, so it's like part T-Rex, part snake, part mole.
Yeah, something like that. It's like, eat fan, fucko!
Ah, really should have expected that. This whole city is made up of fans and windmills.
But at least it didn't take my wheels. The Heisei era obviously takes place after the death of its creator, and all of the Kamen Rider shows that take place before it, in other words, when the guy was alive, is called the Showa era. So that is basically the first Kamen Rider show up until... Well, put it this way, the first Heisei era show was Kyuga or something like that? Kuga, Akiko, Ryuki, yep. I just go through how order they appear in Kamen Rider Decade. That's the best way to remember it.
It's funny, there's actually two Heisei periods. There's Phase 1 and Phase 2. Kuga kicked off Phase 1 apparently, and Double that we're watching here kicked off Phase 2. The most recent one, apparently, the 20th and last series of the Heisei era, Kamen Rider ZO, which is the 20th anniversary one, which actually premiered on September 2nd, 2018.
Yep, it's the current going show. It's a little bit similar to Decade in the sense that he taps into the power of a lot of past riders and obviously interacts with them. So he's a little bit like Decade 2.0.
Okay, is he less of a dick?
I haven't watched enough of the show yet to really get a decent beat on that.
Okay, fair enough.
But so far, outlook is positive.
I always loved how, because obviously I've watched, you know, Sentai and stuff before, that they actually show you stuff from, like, the middle of the episode at the beginning. So it's like, oh, I don't want to be spoiled, but I love seeing what I'm being spoiled on.
It's also good considering that these are often aired, like, weeks at a time, so...
Yeah.
it serves as a good reminder without revealing too much.
Poor Windmill. Poor guy, even.
Windmill, you're the only one that understands me.
No. It's okay, he became a horrible lava monster, but we put a stop to that. The wind stopped blowing.
Yeah, another thing you'll notice very quickly with the series, that Shotaro changes colours of his clothes pretty much every episode.
Is that got any, like, symbolic nature to it?
No, I think it just suits into the whole nature that he's just very stylish and just wants to look stylish at all times.
Fair dues.
No, my hat!
Wow, I wonder if he's gonna grow up to be a Kamen Rider with that attitude.
So, do you know of the other significant thing about Shotaro Hidari's name?
No, actually.
So, obviously the first part is named after the creator, but Hidari, when translated literally, is left. And Shotaro himself represents the left half of Kamen Rider Double. So there's some clever wordplay there, and there's something fairly similar with Philip, but that's something that gets introduced much, much later on.
Okay.
So just in case we get commissioned for more, I won't spoil anything.
I didn't realise we were actually watching, like, another Jurassic Park film. Bit of Dino Crisis, maybe. Let's see you transform into your fucking Tutti Frutti Kamen Rider without your brother, asshole.
So yeah, this is the next Dofun. This is called T-Rex, as you might imagine.
Okay, just keep throwing them out.
Yeah, I remember these being slightly different to the usual Gaia memories, but they follow a similar premise, and he uses those to activate the various detective gadgets that he has.
Okay. Very nice that he had a stag beetle as one of his things, because, you know, there's a whole insect theme going on with Kamen Rider, I find.
Yeah, I mean, Kamen Rider, I think, just in general, was kind of inspired from the suits to be insectoid-like. Although, some series have taken that rather literally. I forget which one it was, but a lot of the forms were based around different bugs like stag beetles and dragonflies and all that jazz. Oh, this is some good shit.
I see. They were blanked out here for reasons unbeknownst to me.
Do you have a Dofun that just turns me into a giant T-Rex head?
This is the guy you were talking about, wasn't it?
Yep.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
So you may have noticed some other ones there. Time, Injury. Superman? Wrong franchise, idiot.
A Superman? Don't be silly. You will become a god. A giant T-Rex headed god.
But I want the rest of the body. No, T-Rex head. Oh yes, I must continue to feed my cat with cutlery, just to show how fancy I am.
Aww.
That is a comfy kitty.
So are they looking for a guy willing to marry into the family or something? That's a bit odd.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright, Matrix powers activate.
There was actually a short which explains the Gaia memories that Shotaro and Philip possess, where Philip temporarily forgets all the stuff that he's meant to know, so Shotaro has to kind of give him a recap of sort of like what the Gaia memories are and what the powers of the individual ones are. And it's a good way to kind of introduce yourself to the series in terms of figuring out what the Gaia memories are about in like a quick 10-minute-ish video.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, dude, look, we've been shopping there already. You have to calm it down. We're already out of budget.
Oh, Kamen Rider Amazon.
No, Amazon's is actually a thing. You do realize that, right?
I'm aware, Volk, I'm aware. This is what we call an in-joke in the trade.
That's alright, I'm just making sure. Yeah, but for those of you who don't know, there is actually a show called Kamen Rider Amazon, which serves to be a more gritty and adult version of Kamen Rider in general. There's a lot of blood, there's a lot of violence, and the Kamen Rider forms are just very bestial and cerebral and feral. It's actually really awesome. It's a good watch if you get the chance to actually catch it.
Huh. It's got a really funky beat to it, as this show's score.
Oh yeah, when you have your sort of hard-boiled detective theme, you've got to have like the slow-playing jazz in the background with the double bass and the odd hints of saxophone. Some of the best music around, if you ask me.
So we gotta go after Marina now.
I like how the other guy's like got a guy memory. I like to think that she just got like a sandwich. Just like, this is what I asked for. Sandwich!
Maximum taste. Well, that's gonna make for a cool show. You don't understand, Phil. Why does he have to look so pleased when saying that?
I think Philip just takes some kind of deranged amusement from watching Shotaro fail slightly. I really like how the subtitles are sort of displayed on sort of the middle of the left and right side of the screen. That's a nice touch. How dare you call me an egg? That's what you get for calling me a goddamn egg.
It's gotta be a little bit of, like, trouble in paradise, you know, otherwise Double would just be invincible. Alright, he's dead.
Look, you can't take on a T-Rex with your bare hands. Like, I know Jurassic Park might have given you ideas, but it's not real.
Oh god, please tell me she's not the dinosaur head one. Ah.
Yep, she is.
Fuck. I wasn't ready for this, Volk.
It's like, hey, you want to see something cool?
You like T-Rexes far too much.
You are a big fan of Jurassic Park, aren't you?
I imagine, like, baseball stadiums and whatnot appear a lot in Kamen Rider thanks to Japan's privilegiation for baseball. What the fuck did I just say? I don't know words.
We don't like this man. Therefore, we decide to transform into monstrosities. I feel like there are more traditional ways of getting back at your boss rather than adorning the form of a giant T-Rex head and eating people.
I can think of less stupid reasons, but this is still functional, I suppose. Don't stab him and turn him into T-Rex. He's already looking goofy enough as Double. Get off. Be gone, Foot. Get off. Go on, shoo.
I like people that aren't reptilian monstrosities.
He's winding up for a speech. I can see it. Oh, shit. Yeah, we're here.
It's like, yeah, I'm not using my power, but I will use the force of the police.
Ah, I see. You took it too far when you became a dinosaur head person. I'm sorry.
You made the city itself cry. How do you feel about that? A city isn't even supposed to cry.
I'd wipe my eyes, but my arms as a T-Rex are too short. Oh god, here we go. Bitch, what do you think this is? SPD? I ain't going nowhere.
It's like, look, you make a very tempting offer, but I like being a T-Rex too much.
Oh god. Oh no. Oh god.
So the idea behind T-Rex is that it can create shockwaves or sound waves that cause massive destruction, apart from also being a giant T-Rex head, which in itself is its own superpower.
This is so silly.
Well, she says she was worried, but I feel like I haven't waved the eviction notice in your face enough this episode, so I want to do it some more.
I'm coming. I'm slowly coming. For fuck's sake.
Suddenly we're Digimon tamers up in here.
Oh god, I knew being incredibly top heavy would not pay off in the end.
It's a good thing I got these Michael Jackson's moves that come with the look.
Hee hee. Nope.
Saved once again by the ATV. And who's in the ATV?
Me.
It's like, yeah, you're probably right. We kinda need the Kamen Rider stuff to do this.
T-Rex is just taking a nap right now. Don't worry, she'll be back up.
I know, it's standard villain etiquette to let people have their say. I mean, people usually do it for them, so, you know, you have to reciprocate sometimes.
Let me guess, Philip is going to take a nap in the car and they'll both become double.
That would be the convenient thing to do. But, they don't do things by convenience. They just go ham.
Oh, what's happening?
I like how they're doing the walk and yet Philip knows, look, I'm gonna fall over any second now. And this is gonna be very uncomfortable.
Shotaro, just let me have this. So which one of us is Joker, which one of us is Cyclone?
I don't know, well... It depends who you consider the smart one out of the two of us.
You.
Alright, well I'm Philip then, but I dress like Shotaro.
Well, I'm nothing like Shotaro, but I'll just take Joker, because I like saying Joker. Whoops, down I go.
Yep, it happened. My brain stopped.
Oh, God, I'm so infashionable. Oh, I love that count up your sins.
To this day, probably still my favourite catchphrase in general. So, do you notice something else about the transformation sequence in general?
No, I didn't actually.
Well, when they're doing the actual henshin pose, the way that their arms are stuck out make the shape of a W.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, playing into the whole W thing and the double motif.
Philip, this is really inconvenient, mate. Can't you just, like, give Shotaro the rest of your power?
Or, you know, just ride around in a mobility scooter or something, and in that way at least got somewhere to sit and get away.
Yeah, like on the rider scooter, it's got like a ride-along thing, so it's never inconvenient.
Exactly. It's just like sat-nav with autopilot.
Oh no. Oh, oh, Jesus.
Also worth noting, T-Rex has the power of suck.
How much power does this one Gaia memory have? All Magma could do was get hot.
Well, I guess it's more something to do with, obviously, some have multiple powers if you sort of are clever enough about it. And you'll see, like, some of the memories coming up will be a lot more involved and clever. Can you handle a spicy boy?
Here we go. Oh, red and black, good stuff.
So at this point we've seen all of Phillips, but we haven't seen all of Shotaro's yet. We've only seen Joker so far.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure, I can't remember if we see any of the other two yet, but he also has Metal and Trigger, which are also used in weapons that he possesses. Metal being a staff, or a, as it is explained in the wiki, a metal shaft.
Okay.
And then the Trigger has a weapon called the Trigger Magnum, which is obviously just a very, very fancy gun. Look, I don't know how to drive. Yeah, this one wants to take itself a bit more seriously, but it just can't because it's just the premise of it being a T-Rex.
Yeah, for sure. It's like I'm playing Pac-Man with a CGI T-Rex.
That would be kind of dope, though.
Oof. Oh, it's a bit rough, Volk. Oh.
Yeah, they hadn't quite, like I said, they hadn't quite mastered it yet, but, you know, if they're getting there, they're at least trying.
I'm enjoying it, I just can't, like, not notice it.
Yeah, it is a little uncanny valley. But what about your mate? What about him? Another nice thing about the suit as well is when either Shotaro or Philip actually speak, the individual sides of, like, the eyes in their helmet light up. So when only one of them is speaking, only the left and right side will light up, but when they're both speaking, it will, like, light up together. There's just so many small details in the suit that just... I don't know, you can't help but respect it. Alright, I can't quite remember what they do here, so, obviously the bike's going in, are they gonna park it? Oh no, they're gonna bring out the heavy artillery.
Mode change. Yeah. That's what the fuck I'm talking about.
Now we are the Heat Joker cycle.
That's kinda cool.
Yeah, obviously Joker remains as, like, the front side, but the back side has the same colors as Cyclone, Heat, and Luna. They're slowly chipping away at him. Although I can't help but think it's not doing as much as they would like for it to do.
Alright, it's time to go maximum drive, I think. Oh, nice, red and silver.
As you notice, sometimes they have preferred forms. So obviously Cyclone Joker is a preferred form, Metal Heat is a preferred form, and also Luna Trigger is a preferred form. But they do mix it up occasionally.
Oh, metal branding. Oh, fuck yeah. Eat shit. Well, she's dead. On the plus side, we won't have to worry about the eviction now.
I would have thought Luna would be more effective in this situation with the stretchy limbs.
A little bit.
But no, they gotta look cool whilst doing it, so of course they have to work in the vehicle in there as well.
Why did you ever want to become a T-Rex? For justice, Shotaro, for justice.
And for them eats, yo.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna evict you so hard when I get over this concussion. Hello.
It's like they took him straight out of Mortal Kombat.
Is he naked? Oh no, he has tighty whities on. Oh. Oh, Evil Rider?
They are bestowing upon him the new technology.
I'm willing to take that chance if it makes me a Kamen Rider, I'm gonna be honest with you.
I'm not gonna lie, I might just as well. But what did he get?
Oh, they're not gonna show us? Oh.
No, they gotta leave some suspense in there. I love that he has a fucking typewriter.
Well, actually, what period does this take place in? We never established that.
I'm not sure what period it's meant to take place in, but I'm pretty sure they've advanced past typewriters.
Okay.
Just gonna say.
Well, he's hard-boiled. He likes to do things old school.
Yep, pretty much.
Oh god, are you working with us now?
She is the daughter of the old man, so it makes sense. She's inheriting the business.
And the building as well. No, this is completely not cash. Fillmore wouldn't stand for this, you fought! Oh, wacky. Very wacky. Close the video! That, my friends, was episodes 1 and 2 of Kamen Rider W/Double. What did I think? The first episode was pretty good with, like, building the world and, you know, introducing the characters and so on. The second one was a bit goofier than I would like, but it was still interesting, especially with all, like, the form transformations and whatnot. But, the T-Rex, ooh, I wasn't prepared for that, I'm not gonna lie.
Very few people are prepared for the T-Rex. Like, you know, even from the end of the first episode where you kind of see like a full body T-Rex, you don't expect it just to suddenly just be this scrawny little body with a giant T-Rex head.
Very true, very true. But yeah, I enjoyed that a lot, so thank you, A Frozen Traveller, for picking that. I hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to see more of it, guys, or just Frozen Traveller in general, you can commission more of both Kamen Rider W and any series you like. You can have up to an hour's worth for $25, and you can even mix and match, because these two episodes only came to, like, 50 minutes, so I will usually allow you guys to go up to, like, an hour 13, just in case, you know, it goes over an hour for, like, 3 episodes and whatnot. So, take your pick. It all helps support HellfireComms, helps me pay the co-coms like Volk, helps us get new equipment and games to, you know, just turn around and play for games for you guys and whatnot. And yeah, we'll see you next time for another load of these. Bye for now.
See you later.